Good morning, and here we are back for another Qigong workout. So, we've been working on trying to open up the body, open up the joints, getting the mind to empty and sink inside, letting the breathing just become nice and natural so that there's a nice rhythm to it. The body expands, contracts with the breath. So, in order to get all of that to work, you need to get the alignments, especially through the legs. If your legs are not supporting you properly, then the upper body won't relax, it won't release. And we tend to sort of hold ourselves very tight and rigid in these areas here, the quad. It's the quad that we need to engage. We tend to sort of like lock up the muscles that run on the outside of the thighs across the hips and up into the ribs. And we tend to sort of like lock the knees, lock the thigh muscles and kind of lift ourselves forward. What you want to be trying to do as part of your Qigong is softening this area here, the quad, the crease if you like. It's not actually the crease, it's this area in here. So it's the quad itself allows you then to sink and let the muscles on the inside of the leg engage. So the action is more like sitting down on a stool than it is squatting. If you squat, just sort of like take yourself down and feel the thigh muscles and squat, you'll feel that these muscles here will engage. Okay, so squats are for those muscles there. This is slightly different. So if you imagine yourself sitting down on a stool so the tailbone drops, you find that this part here, the inside of the thigh, engages more. You also need to soften the muscles so that they expand out, so that the bones can do their job, they float upright, the muscles expand, and then everything starts to work together and you can get your energy to sink down to the ground. So it's an interesting thing to talk about, sinking energy. It's a feeling of sinking, it's a feeling of water settling down in the body, if you like, a fluid settling down and out through into the feet. And you get like waves of fluidity moving through the body once you get to a high level of practice. So to start with, we're finding our shoulder width, feet together, turn at the toes, turn at the heels, and just really pay attention to the soles of the feet, let them soften. Let them spread out. So we're trying to get everything to line up in the leg, but that doesn't mean stack, okay? So you're not trying to get your knee directly over the ankle, directly over the hip. They kind of find an equilibrium, a harmony, where they kind of harmonize with each other. So we're softening the feet, letting the feet spread out onto the ground. Feel the ground beneath the feet. And then softening your ankle joints. The joint just open. So it's like a clenched fist, and then you just release. Same with the muscles in the lower legs, so the calf muscles. Let the muscle expand out. Almost as though you're creating space around the bones, if you like. And opening up the knee joint on both sides. See if you can see or get a feeling of whether they're twisting, whether there's any torque there that doesn't need to be there, or whether they just feel blocked. Just be aware of the joint, let it open. And softening the thigh muscles, moving up into the thighs. Again, let the muscles expand and release. Softening the hips, Allowing the pelvis to level and the tailbone to drop as though you're sitting on a stool. The tailbone dropping, lower back opens. Release the muscles either side of the spine, working up the spine. And relax the shoulder blades and the ball joints of the shoulders. Let the shoulders just come to rest comfortably over the hips. They're slightly rounded, so the chest doesn't feel like it's pulling and expanding or pushing in. The chest is just neutral. It's what we call hollow chest. And the arms, upper arms, let the muscles release so that the elbows can stretch out, open. Forearms release so the wrists can open. And then emptying the palms of the hands. Tucking in the chin to open up the neck and raise the head. And just really concentrate now on getting your breathing into the belly. So the body opens as you breathe in and closes as you breathe out. Allow the nervous system to release and relax. Empty the mind so it can become more fluid and flow into the body. And breathing in, the hands come up. Turn over, stretch up over the head. Breathing out, let the hands circle down, sinking into the qua. So you're sitting down more. Breathing in, come up. Breathe out, sinking down. Keep going. And then we're going to change. So breathing in, let the hands come up to the chest. Breathe out, turn the palms, let the hands float down and come to rest at the sides. So just take stock again, so connecting with the feet. Feel the ground beneath the feet, let the tailbone drop. Chin tucks in. And then just really just give yourself a quick body scan if you like, and just look for where you're holding yourself tight, tense and rigid, where you've got tension that you didn't realise you had. It's only through taking the time to sort of work out where you are holding yourself tense, tight and rigid that you can actually find those areas and give yourself the opportunity to let them release. So it's like wrists, palms, forearms. Are they tight? Are you holding them tense and you didn't even realise you were doing it? Shoulders. We tend to carry a lot of tension in our shoulders, so just really get the shoulders just to open and expand. And it's just like clenching a fist and unclenching the fist. Just ask them to do it. Don't try and force it. The muscles down either side of the spine, through into the quad, the tailbone, down through the legs. And the more you do of this, the more you start to notice where you're holding yourself, where you have force that you don't need. And it's only by doing this that you can then find those areas and let them go. On a conscious level anyway. You can do it with massage and all kinds of other ways of getting yourself to relax and release. But this is a conscious way of finding those areas and finding the deeper levels of tension. And then we'll start with posture 2. So breathing in, the hands come up to the chest. And then on the out breath, you turn the palms so the left hand pushes up, right hand pushes down, and then sinking in to the quad. And then turn the palms, come back to the chest as you breathe in and come up. And breathing out, turn the palms, sinking down. So sitting back against the spine, into the pelvis, breathing into the belly as you breathe in and out. And let the mind become empty and fluid so that it can sink into the body. Change, the hands come back up to chest height. Both palms turn to the floor as you breathe out and push down. Come to rest. Feel the ground beneath the feet, let the tailbone drop as though you're sitting on a stool. The chin tucks to suspend the head. Sitting back against the spine into the pelvis. Softening down through the legs. And then turning the waist, let the hands swing round. So the right arms become like rope. Releasing off the muscles outside the spine. Try and keep the spine upright so you're not leaning from side to side, although you are transferring your weight through the legs. The legs act like pistons to drive the waist. The waist issues or commands and directs to the shoulders, which then issues the momentum out through the arms. Really relax the thigh muscles, the knee joints, the calf muscles, the ankles, the soles of the feet. Change the momentum, let the hands swing out to the sides and just feel how that transfers and changes the momentum through the body. Again, keeping the spine upright, sitting back against the spine, into the pelvis, softening the shoulders, softening the muscles on the side of the spine. Let the arms swing as though they're a piece of rope. And change. So just come to rest. Again, feel the ground beneath the feet. Drop the tailbone as though you're sitting on a stool, tuck the chin. All the bones floating upright, muscles release. Energy sinking. Breathing into the belly, mind sinks to the belly. And the in-breath, palms to the floor, the hands come forward and come up, expanding. Breathing out, sinking down into the feet, elbows drop, wrists drop down as though you're pushing through water. Breathing in, come up. And breathe out, sinking down. Change. So feeling the ground beneath the feet, tailbone drops as though you're sitting on a stool, chin tucks in. Fingertips just turn to the right, circling the hands up, leading with your fingertips. The right hand ends up in front of the face as the left hand sinks down to waist height. Then both palms turn to the floor, holding a ball. Turn the waist to the right. And turn left palm to face you, right palm to the floor, cross the right fingertips across the left wrist, swap the hand position and square the hips. Then turn the waist to the left, right palm turns to face, left palm to the floor. Cross left fingertips across right wrist to swap the hand position and square the hips. And keep going. Trying to smooth the movement out. Let your breathing fall into a pattern that works for you. And sink the mind to the dantian. A couple of fingers width below the tummy button and back into the centre of the body. So you're sitting back against the spine into the pelvis, mind sinks to the dantian, and you're moving around your centre. And then as the hips square to the front, let the lower hands circle up so both hands come up to the chest, breathing in. Breathe out, let the hands float down and come to rest by the sides. And closing the hands over the belly, right hand under left for ladies, left hand under right for men. Feeling the ground beneath the feet, let the tailbones sink and drop as they are sitting on a stool. The chin tucks in to suspend the head, and sitting back against the spine into the pelvis, just breathing into the belly. Let your breathing become deeper, slower, and let the mind become empty and more fluid so that it can flow and sink down to your dantian. Change, bring the hands up, wiggle the fingers at the ends of the arms. hands down, circle the hands at the ends of the arms. Change, just resting on the feet, tailbone dropped, sitting on the stool, chin tucked in. Breathe in, come up onto the toes, hands stretch up over the head. And breathe out, let yourself drop. Breathe in, come up, stretching up through the back. And breathe out. And we are done. Let's give the legs a little shake. So, thank you so very much for joining me again this morning. I'll be back 7 AM tomorrow morning with another one of these. Yeah, if you have any questions or would like to leave any feedback, please do so in the comments below. It's great to hear what people think. More information about Three Dragons, I'll post the website address below. Head over there. We have a shop if you'd like to support the school. Buy a t-shirt or a branded mug or something along those lines. And if I could ask you to tag, share and like this video so we can get it out as far afield as possible, that would be fantastic as well. We also have a Patreon page if you'd like to head over there and just get access to more Qigong videos, or you can go over to the website and join and get access to the live classes as well. All that's left to say then is, again, thank you so much for joining me. Your support is absolutely always greatly appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Take care and have a really great day.